and finally I have arrived at Tourist Drives. So behind me is the ticket office where you can get your lap tickets. You have a small chicane, and where here really the track starts. So from this point you can start pushing. And how the Nurburgring experience is without the picture next to the famous Nurburgring sign. And welcome back to Ring Freaks channel. I am Ignas, and today I will be your guide how to drive tourist drives in the Nurburgring Nordschleife. And this guide will work for you even you have your own car and you want to take it on the track, or as well you want to take a rental car and just lap it out in the racetrack. So first of all, let's start with the car. So to drive the tourist drives in the Nürburgring, you need a car with the proper license plate. It means the car must be street legal. It needs to have the license plate which is not temporary, so like the export plates doesn't work or the garage plates also doesn't work. And overall the car needs to look and be as street legal as it can be in Germany if your number plate is not a German one. So because my E36 is not street legal, I don't have number plates on that, I will have to rent a car from Ring Freaks. Well, just to take one. Luckily, because today it's a busy day, luckily I have reserved one in our website, which actually works really easy. It's very similar, let's say, to the airport rental. So I have simply booked one car in our website like this. And now I just go up the stairs and I will meet Ray and I will sign the contract and I will take the car to drive the track. Good, so once entering the Ring Freaks, I can already see we got quite some helmets in various sizes, and now I need to sign a few documents with Mr. Ray, and hopefully he will allow me to drive the track. Will you?
Of course.
So I just fill my details here, some signature here, on the back as well. Here you go, sir.
Thank you, and you get your license back.
Perfect. Okay, so paperwork took me just about 2 minutes, and Ray at Ring Freaks asked me to prove that I have still my driving license in the physical form, and basically that's all. So I had to sign the rental agreement that I will take care of this Golf GTI today, and now I can go to the track. So basically, to drive tourist drives in the Nordschleife, there are two main important things which you need to have. First is, of course, street legal race car or any normal car, and second is, of course, valid driving license, because during the tourist drives it's basically like a public road, so you need a driving license to drive it. And today this will be my track tool. So this is Golf GTI from 2017. It's performance pack, so it's 230 horsepower. It's equipped with the front lock differential, and also it has DSG gearbox with paddles on the steering wheel. So to be honest, I have never driven this Golf GTI on the track, so it's interesting for me as well how it really handles there. From the customers, I hear that it's really easy to drive, and from the engine perspective, because it's 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder, it must be definitely quite torquey and fast. So now let's move to the track and let's see where to get lap tickets to enter the track. And here the problem is that if I type simply like a Nürburgring or Nordschleife in the Google Maps or any other maps, it will most likely guide me to the GP track, but I do not need to go there. I need to go actually to next to the Devil's Diner, to the entry point of tourist drives. So what do I type in Google Maps? I type simply Devil's Diner. I check the result which guides me in the Devil's Diner restaurant in Moispot, and it will guide me directly where I need to go. So all the links and all the details will be mentioned also in the comments. Just one of the first rules about driving in the track. So paradoxically, because it's partly a road, helmets are not required, but I would highly recommend these for everyone. And at Ring Freaks we made helmets mandatory, so I just grabbed one Sparco open face helmet for myself, which I will be always wearing. The thing is here, it's called public road, it's still a racetrack. The danger is there. It's everything can happen of your or not your own fault, and especially if you have a car with the roll cage, your head is much closer to the cage than even in the normal car to the other body panels, and if you hit that roll cage with your beer head, it's just really horrible. I'm already in the old town of Nurburgring, and I'm already very close to the entrance, but I need to tell you one more thing. So before coming to the Nurburgring to drive tourist drives, you must be sure that the tourist drives are happening on that day. So there are actually two options to check it. So first option would be quite straightforward. So you can simply visit our website ringfreaks.de and click Nürburgring calendar, and you will see all the dates simply when the tourist drives are open. Or you can also visit Nürburgring's official website and check calendar there. Usually the track is open from middle of March till middle of November. And finally I have arrived at tourist drives, and on the right side I can see the Devil's Diner restaurant, the red building, and we have this roundabout. And here I have few choices. One of the choices is follow like this KTM is going to the right, so there are two parkings on the right and on the left of the restaurant, but these are pretty crowded, especially on more crowded days. So I will choose the option to go to the left, so the third exit for me today from the Nürburgring. And here we have the ticket office on the right with the lane of people. Here is just few parking spots, but over there, just after the ticket office, there is a huge gravel overflow park. So this park usually has quite few places available. So if you don't want to be in the crowded parking, so you can simply just head over here and park your car. Also a tip for the guys who are coming just to like spectate the entry point and to check some cars around, please use the overflow car park, because then you won't pack the main small parkings and you won't cause more traffic jams to get in and get out of the track. So behind me is the ticket office where you can get your lap tickets, and these lap tickets are actually always available when the track is open, so you do not need to reserve them or to book them in advance, and you can just simply buy in this ticket office anytime when the tourist drives are happening. Also, you can do that online in the Nürburgring's official website, and then you can have the credits in your account. The pro tip, if you are doing that, even you are buying the tickets in the ticket office or online, just please make the account, because if you lose the card, which you get here, the green one like this one, if you lose the card and you had to build one of the accounts, you can simply go to ticket office, say your email, and get a new green card. But because I do not want to bother with all this line here to wait, I simply asked Ray at Ring Freaks to get the red card from Ring Freaks, which is actually an all-inclusive package from us. So when the lap ticket and fuel is simply included together with the rental, so you are simply sorted once you are getting the car. And now, because the track is already open, I can go back to the big overflow car park and get the Golf and finally go to the track. So now we are all set. I have my lap ticket in my hands. And also I would like to tell you a bit about the price of the lap tickets. So one lap in the track from Monday to Thursday, it costs 30 euros. And from Friday to Sunday, and also on public holiday days, it costs 35 euros per lap. And in the card, you're buying basically not really laps. You are just simply filling the lap card with credit. So for example, if I would add like 120 euros of credit in the lap card, I would have today 4 laps available. As well, if you buy for a little bit more amount, you get a little bit of percentage discount. So if you're really driving more, you can buy the more laps, or if you're really driving a lot, you can buy an annual seasonal card, which costs 3,000 euros, and then you can drive unlimited laps. So if your plan is big, like 100 laps or more per season in the tourist drives, simply go for annual seasonal ticket. And now we can just head straight through the roundabout to the entry point. However, there is a small traffic jam, so there are cars going from the Nürburgring, still from the hill, and also from the other side, and also from the overflow car park where I came from. But that's completely normal. Usually the traffic jams happen in like first 10 or 15 minutes when the track just opened, but these traffic jams will be quickly gone once everybody enters the track and starts driving. So on the roundabout, just take the exit next to the Devil's Diner, and then keep the right lane and just go straight till the end. So keep the restaurant on the left. On the right and on the left side, if you turn, you have some small parking space there and there. However, as I mentioned, when the track is open, usually these parkings there and over there are pretty crowded. So that's why I like just to use the overflow car park. And here you just simply turn right and you can use any of the barriers. There are 3 barriers, and they have on the right and on the left side where to put the lap card next to it to open. So you simply come here, you take your lap card. If you do not reach, the marshals are really helpful. Thank you very much. Sorry, my arms are short, and the barrier opens, and then you can enter the track. Remember, always here first be careful because other cars are coming from left and right. So just take care that they do not crash, and do not push yet, because this is just the entry point of the track. You have a small speed bump, so that's why it's like just a really getting in and out zone. So after the small bump, you have a small chicane, and where here really the track starts. So from this point, you can start pushing. But even you are already on the racetrack, don't forget. So for me, it's like the first lap after some time driving the Nurburgring, and also the tires are cold, oils are not really in the right temperatures yet. So always take the first lap just like more of the sightseeing lap to get yourself a bit more warmed up and also get used to the car and the track. The rules here are quite simple. So overtaking is only on the left, so like on the normal road. So what I will do, so because I don't want really to push today too much, I will simply keep more on the right side, and the guys who want to drive faster, we can simply overtake me on the left side. That's how I will take care of myself being safe, and also that others could enjoy the track more and I wouldn't be in their way. But of course, it's a racetrack, so once you feel that it's the right time to push a bit more, you can enjoy and simply drive just a little bit faster. And in the track, because it's also tourist drives, it's not a race, you don't really have much marshals around, or sometimes even none. And that's why you always need to take, let's say, like at least 20% of margin on your speed and drive really carefully. Because maybe somebody had an accident, maybe somebody had a technical issue in front of you, and there is no flag, there is no yellow flag, there is no indication whatsoever. So you might come up after the blind corner, and then you will see the car standing in middle of the road. So you always need to leave some safety margin in front of you and just be careful around. And also take care of others. If you see somebody is like more rookie and maybe do not know the track, do not push them too much in the back. Like, leave some space for them and overtake them when it's really safe and it's like a straight line, or there is really enough space to do that. The best way is when the guys who you want to overtake, they indicating to the right, or really you see that they notice you and they let you go. Because maybe they are concentrated on the road more, and they, for example, the corner is to the left side, and they simply will cut you off. So for example, now I'm indicating to the right side, and I will let the Ring Freaks 330 to let go. So this guy actually who's driving now the 330, he was racing with us in the one of the 330s back in 2018 and 19 in Ersian races. So it's really awesome to meet people which you had raced before like 5 years ago. And this is the killer curb on the left. Do not take it. The weather conditions today are pretty tricky. It looks like it's dry, but it's quite slippery because it's really cold. Like it's only 5 degrees, so that's why you need some time to heat up your tires. So never push from your first lap like you would drive on the limit. But never drive on TF on the limit. It's not worth the risk because the risk is big. It's still a racetrack. But this car is fast. I'm surprised. Another thing in the track, even I mentioned that you don't have marshals with yellow flags, but actually you do. So in the end, when there is an accident, marshals get information this quickly, and usually they appear in the we have a good example in the front. So we have a British driver, and he was indicating to the left, but he wants to let me pass on the right, like in UK would be. But that's how it should not be done. Okay, let's overtake him here. I'm not sure if he see me or not. All right, he noticed me. It's all fine to overtake, but yeah, always make sure that people know that they are being overtaken by you, and that's safe to do. So like now I'm indicating to the right, so E92 M3 can simply overtake me on the inside. Just go. Yeah, just go. Easy. Everyone has enough space and everybody can have fun if everybody takes care of each other. So yeah, so what I wanted to say about yellow flags. So there are no yellow flags, but if there is an accident, marshals come to the accident point really quickly, like in 2 or 3 minutes, because they are just patrolling with their cars around the track. And if there is an accident, we stop, and then they start waving yellow flag before the accident area. Yellow flag means speed limit 50 kilometers per hour, no overtaking. But once you're passing the accident area, like you see people on the track, maybe marshals working on the track fixing the area, tow truck is picking up the car, past these sections where there are people on the track, like walking pace, like really 15 kilometers per hour, not faster. So everybody can stay safe, and there would be no risk for everyone. So here, for example, in the front we see the marshals going with the lights. It means they're probably going to some accident, so I will still overtake them, but I will already decrease some speed because there's maybe something happened in this section. So yeah, so I will not push until I'm sure that there is really nothing in front of me, or until if I do not see the section, I won't push too much. So yeah, so that's how it goes here with yellow flags. And there is no green flag after the accident. It means if you had yellow flag, you had an accident in the track. After you pass the accident, it means like a green flag, let's say, and then you are free to push more. That's how actually these are basic few rules in the tourist drives. Overtaking only on the left, indicating to the right if you let somebody pass, or indicating not indicating to the left when you overtake. Don't be an ass and do not push others, like with the flashing lights or indicating to the left. And when yellow flag, speed limit 50, and be really gentle and really slow when you see people on the track. Then another thing, if you have any issue with the car, if you have technical defect, if you feel that your wheel is loose, if your brakes are gone, if you felt some maybe oil smell in your car. Here is the car which the marshal's probably going on the left, but there was still no yellow flag because the cars are out of the track, so that's safe. If you have any issue with your car, you can stop like that E46 M3 on the left in the places where the barrier is marked orange. So I will give you soon an example. I think, yes, after the Brunchen first, there is a pocket on the right side. So there is like a orange pockets, it's marked orange on the barriers, where you can reverse in after the barrier, so you would be parked safely, not on the track, so you would be not in the danger zone yourself and would not make danger for others. So here on the right we have one of these orange things, and you can simply reverse in there, and you can simply reverse in there and wait for marshals to call the towing truck for you. Or you can simply check if your car is really not leaking and there is no problem, and then simply continue going. So yeah, never go with car which is leaking or has technical defect. Furthermore, because you might cause more danger for yourself, and also you're causing danger for others. So for example, if your car is leaking oil, you make it very, very slippery for other people, and if somebody slips on your coolant or oil, then it's your fault. So you need to cover all the damages for another car, and maybe your insurance will cover that, maybe not, and maybe you will need to pay all the damages from your own pocket. Another topic is bikes. Be careful with bikes on the track. They have different speeds in the corner, we have different trajectories, and it can be dangerous when it's cars and bikes on the track. So just always in tourist drives, just leave some safety margin, never push on the limit, never overtake dangerously, never never push too much, and in the end, simply enjoy the time driving this track, and as well, do not make trouble for yourself, and you will be fine. Yeah. So like here, I would like to overtake that Golf, but yeah, he moves to the left. That's dangerous. And now Audi Sport is the finish. So from here, the track is done, right? Audi Sport is the finish bridge. From here, you have still like a long main straight, but you do not need to push here anymore because you need to exit the track all the time. So you use this half of the main straight just to cool down your brakes, cool down the engine, keep the car rolling, so everything is cooled down at least a bit before you're entering to the parking. That's how your brakes, your engine and everything will last much, much longer when you would just like go full hot, brake hard just before entering the pits, and then park your car. Then the brakes and everything will be just cooked. And here also you have on the right speed limit signs, so yeah, just take care of them. In the parkings, drive really slowly, like up to 10 kilometers per hour. It's really dangerous because you have some tourists or other drivers walking around, so you do not want to hit them and to ruin everyone's day. So in the parking lots and also everyone in the area around the ring, just drive in the limits really slowly and carefully, because you have such an amazing and big track simply to push as much as you want. Of course, safely. Safety is the first thing, because if you're not safe and you damage your car or something else, then yeah, then your day is ruined. All right, and when the lap is finished, then we can simply turn here to the right, and then we have few options. Or we can go here to the left, or we can go straight and maybe find a parking lot in this busy parking, or also we can just drive around, and then we can simply park in the big overflow car park. All right, so Golf held very well, and actually I enjoyed driving it. And also with the paddle shifts, it's really easy to shift the gears and to be in the right gear in the corners. I did not push, of course, because I was just doing a guide video for you, but it's definitely a really stable and easy to drive car. And now I will show you also a few things in the parkings of here of the Devil's Diner. And here, when you park the car after the lap, you can take a break and simply use the bathrooms there, and also you can grab some drink or coffee in the restaurant. And also while you're taking a break, you can just spectate all these cool cars which are entering or exiting the track. So you see all kind of the freshest and coolest cars, and also you see like the old school cars like E30 or E36 still being driven here in the tourist drives. So you definitely have a car for everyone's taste. And now it's time to go for one bonus place of this video, because how is the Nürburgring experience without the right picture, right? All right, fun for me at the track is over, and now it's time to exit the parking. So here it's like the roundabout type parking, so you can only move in one direction, so just like the anti-clockwise, let's say, in this parking. And of course, here, as I mentioned, be always very careful with like marshals, with other people, because somebody is getting in, getting out of the parkings. Everyone is excited of the track experience, so simply be really careful here and just take your time to drive out. And here, like as you see the sign, if you take the left turn, you can go back for another lap or to the right to the exit. So I'm going to the right. And sometimes if these small parkings next to the track are full, you can simply, like always, just exit the track, take this turn next to the ticket office and go to the overflow car park where I have parked the Golf in the first place. And there you will most likely find a place and you can just take a break there. And how the Nürburgring experience is without the picture next to the famous Nürburgring sign. And by the way, this sign glows red in the night, so it's definitely a beautiful place to visit. And the thing is, so it's not allowed to park on the street to make a picture, so it's better to park the car in the parking to make it really safe and not to say sorry later. I hope you enjoyed my small guide to the Tourist Drives Nordschleife, and I hope to see you renting one of our Ringfreaks cars. Maybe it would be a Golf or other BMWs or Tesla. Or also we will introduce one more new car model pretty soon in our fleet. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe and see you next week.